Okay, you guys, we are back with another banging video, and it's game on. I got my rapper chain on, and it's game on. I got my chain on, and it's game on. I got my rapper chain on, and it's game on. I got my chain on. Okay, in this video, we're gonna talk about CardiB and Steffondiggs, and when I say take it with a grain of salt, I mean take it with a grain of salt. Even though I saw the clip of what I'm about to talk about, but I still want you guys to take it with a grain of salt because I don't know if what the clip was showing is in fact factual. And I'm not going to share the clip with you, but it's here on social media. I've seen it on TikTok, right? So there's this TikToker who was going about her business, and she spotted CardiB and Steffondiggs together, allegedly, at a location. In the clip, she was showing you them, but I didn't see them. But basically, she's saying that is CardiB's vehicle parked at Steffondiggs' workaholic location, and it seems as though she went to meet up with him based on what the TikToker was saying, right? And why I say I'm not sharing the clip is because while she's showing you that and telling you that, the clip did not show CardiB and Steffondiggs, but there were people in the comment section looking and they were saying, oh yes, CardiB was there. They were told by other women and girlfriends that CardiB did meet up with Steffondiggs and all of that jazz on that TikTok video. So many people had many different comments, right? But I did not see that. But what makes me want to believe it and why I decided that I'm going to talk about it is because of what that fan page, I think it's called We Like Steffondiggs fan page on Twitter, shared. So the fan page posted a photo of Steffondiggs and say, how can you not love Steffondiggs? And CardiB liked the comment. The person reshared where CardiB liked the comment. And unless that was manipulated, it is CardiB. Unless it was manipulated. And I was looking in the comment section and I didn't see where anyone was saying, oh, it's a manipulated photo, because you guys know that they can do all those things. If you guys remember a couple years ago, I hate to talk about this because while they lied on Chrissy Teigen has said some stuff on the internet that is really horrible, right? But a couple years ago, as you guys can remember, someone made up a bunch of lies on Chrissy Teigen saying that she made this tweet and she made this DM. But if you knew the Instagram interface at the time, you would know that what the person claimed that Chrissy Teigen did, she didn't do it, even though it seemed authentic. And it was actually an expert that came out and said those comments and tweets that they're showing and DMs from Chrissy Teigen, they're fake because the Instagram interface, the metadata wasn't like that at that point. It's the current metadata they're using to tell you that Chrissy Teigen made those comments and those posts from years ago, and those were two different eras. The interface of Instagram was completely different, so it couldn't have been something factual. It was fabricated, right? So I'm saying that to say people do manipulate posts. If you guys can remember, when we saw Steffondiggs and CardiB unfollowing each other, we saw screenshots of what appeared to be CardiB dragging Steffondiggs and Steffondiggs dragging CardiB. I don't know if you guys saw them, but I saw them. And I never spoke about it because the first thing that alerted me to the fact that it wasn't true, CardiB would behave like that on the internet, but Steffondiggs would not behave like that on the internet. Steffondiggs is no saint. He's no innocent Abby, but I wouldn't believe that I wouldn't believe that he would behave like that on the internet. And as such, that was the first red flag that said to me, this is fabricated. This is not true. Steffondiggs would never behave like that on the internet. You don't have to know some people personally to know what they will and won't do, because if you look at their behavior over the years, you would know that, okay, this is in line with this person's behavior and that's not in line with his behavior. So it doesn't take you knowing the individual personally to know what someone is capable of. That is something I'll tell you that Steffondiggs is not capable of that. You would have to draw Steffondiggs out for him to behave like that on the internet. I've scrolled through his entire thread and the guy doesn't behave like that. So when they were sharing those screenshots and those clips and wanting us to believe that CardiB was dragging Diggs and Diggs was dragging CardiB, I never spoke about it because I never believed it was true. And it would have been a good, discussion to laugh about. But sometimes you have to have limitations. You can't promote bad behaviors. And if I had done a video on that, to me, and in my opinion, it would be me helping people to fabricate lies about people going forward. It doesn't matter how much money I would be making off that video. I didn't want to do that video because I don't want to be a part of that statistics that encourage people to use AI and fabricate lies on individuals for clicks, views, likes, and money. Absolutely not. Especially something that will ruin their image and their reputation. I'm not going to do that. But with this story that the girl is telling, I think it is plausible. And so I am talking about it. And because that Steffondiggs fan page showed that CardiB liked his comment, and when I look at it, and when I look in the comment, yes, and guess what we all know about CardiB? This is one thing, whether you hate CardiB or you love to hate CardiB or you just love her, CardiB is one of those celebrities that interacts with anyone. She doesn't care who you are. She doesn't care how many zeros you have in your bank account. She doesn't care if you look like her, if you've had a BBL, a plastic surgery. She doesn't care if you're fat, skinny. She doesn't care if you're ugly or pretty. If she's gonna clap back at you on the internet, she's gonna clap back at you on the internet. If she's gonna say something nice to you on the internet, she's gonna say something nice to you on the internet. She doesn't care about your status. If she's gonna call you out, she's gonna call your ass out. And if she's gonna show you love, she's gonna show you love. You've got to hand it to her when it comes to that. So I know that it is customary for her to show people love and equally drag them on the internet. It's true. So as such, I believe that it is possible where she showed up to Diggs' camp, because I also told you guys that they haven't broken up for real. I told you guys that she's just taking a step back from him publicly because she has been warned about getting involved in his legal wranglings, and she opened her mouth. She loves to talk, right? I think she's the next one that should become a lawyer. And I think she can do it because she's very much defensive. And that's just who she is. But I do believe it is possible that she showed up at Diggs' camp to show the baby daddy some love. We saw her going after Bia, saying, "Don't talk about my baby daddy." And that gives sprung. I'm sprung. Steffondiggs got CardiB. She is sprung as hell. So I believe that it's possible she showed up to the camp to pay the man a visit. I mean, can you blame her? The stakes are really high. The competition is really high. And Kiki, do you love me? And then we have Sky Marlene. We have Miss Lord Giselle. Honey, Lord Giselle needs to be in the Guinness Book of World Record because whoever did that body, man, my internet. So, as I was saying, guys, Lord Giselle body needs to be in the Guinness Book of World Records because, like, girl, she has the best body I've ever seen. And I believe, like, Lord Giselle can say she never got plastic surgery, and anyone would believe them. Even a plastic surgeon would believe her. She looks like she has never gotten plastic surgery. Never. Never. And you know how Megan Thee Stallion looks natural and she's perfect and stuff? Lord Giselle looks better than Megan Thee Stallion, and she has had 2 kids. She looks, in body-wise, she looks better than Megan Thee Stallion, and you cannot look at Lord Giselle and say she has gotten plastic surgery. Everything, the proportion is perfect, and then she has flawless, gorgeous skin. Her skin tone, her skin is radiant, and that's not just filter and no. If you go through her photos, you'll see. And one thing about filters, they're not consistent. They're not. They are not consistent. But when you look at Lord Giselle, you see whoever is her plastic surgeon. Honey, find that plastic surgeon if you're going to do anything. And if that girl should tell me that I'm telling lies on her, she has never gotten plastic surgery, I would apologize to her and believe her. She's that perfect. So I'm just saying that CardiB has to, she can't leave her man for too long. You know how they say, if you leave something careless, someone will make use of it. CardiB is obsessed with Steffondiggs because for many women, them dating a high profile athlete is a big deal. And Steffondiggs gives CardiB life. When I say he gives her life, what I mean is that she's seen when she's with him. Does she need him? No. She's seen by herself, but she's seen a lot more when she's with him. And she knows the power of that. That translates to dollar signs. And CardiB is going to focus on her money. She's not going to focus on us. She's going to come crashing out occasionally. She's going to be mad at us occasionally. But she's going to do what she wants to do. You know, they say the heart wants what it wants. And that is us. That is our problem as women. We love to lead with our hearts and not our head. We need to start tricking ourselves into not giving in to the heart and rule with the head, honey. And if we can just do that, we would be fine. No man would be able to manipulate us. I promise you. But for now, it seems as though CardiB is still with Diggs and they're keeping it low key. But hey, remember I said last week, we're going to see them soon. Give them about 3 to 5 business days. It's not 3 to 5 business days as yet. Give them about 3 to 5 business days. We're going to see them together. So can't wait to see the lovely couple back together. I mean, what else are we going to talk about? How are we going to get to stir the pot? You know? But that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. We're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.